AT&T Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. 11. Stop.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31.
11 empty.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
11 empty.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And some space here.
40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he finds his running back, Mixon.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
On third down, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
He's going to look deep for more.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Prescott.
Slant pass, Pollard brings it in.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, do we have a medic here? Can I get a cold compress from my head right now? Watching these play calls, I know they're in the red zone, but he's in his own red zone, not the opposite red zone to decide to go for it. How did this happen?
Hey, risky, but it paid off. I agree. You keep calling plays like that, you're going to need a lot of antacids on the sideline. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Here's Pollard again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Cowboys had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Fourth down, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
In Hayden Hurst's only year as the unquestioned starter, he had 571 yards and 6 touchdowns for Atlanta. The Bengals, they remembered him when he was a player with the Baltimore Ravens and liked his game. So when they needed a new starter, he was their choice, and he gets them a 1st down here.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And it's... made at the 38.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Go, go, go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb,
his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
2nd and 14.
On play action, Prescott. And complete to Zach Ertz.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll go with, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And Burrow going to throw again. Dancing to his left.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
And some room to run now.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
11-90.
Burrow looking to pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Zach Ertz, the man in motion. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. From the 31, Prescott
Finding Ertz here on the out route. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Prescott on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target.
And it's 2nd down. Now Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Mora, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And he returns this to the 22.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's got room.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now Burrow. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Micah Parsons. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Well, here this 3rd quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a 1-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
11 Thomas. 11.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Throwing going on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they'll get this down to the 10.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a give here to Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
Again, that's Hurst.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They go play action with Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mixon is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on first down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
Touchdown, Bengals. Vincent Smith, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
The slot man in motion right. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Prescott. And this is caught. He hits Moore. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Rondale Moore.
61 yards.
And the Cowboys use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
11.
Here's Burrow. That is taken in by Hurst. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
11.
To throw, Burrow.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing, Burrow.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They'll run left with Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Now Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, It's way too many, and that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Burrow.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
18 more yards there and another first down.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11, 11.
Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs.
11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
11, 11.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here we go.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
12, 12, 12. 11 MP tank. 11 MP tank. 1190. 1190. 42.
Here we go with Burrow. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. Taken from about the 12.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On second down, Prescott again.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So for Dallas, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.